Hello, it is Tease again. Good day. Oh, man. I just feel like sometimes I just feel like I just keep reporting on the same things, and these are the things that parents should know, and maybe they don't care, or maybe they just hope and pray that their children are safe, or. But anyway, pretty much every institution that you drop your children off at, they are at risk of the unthinkable. So I guess there was just a daycare raid of mind you, a grown ass man. I guess he was supposed to be an ex-marine or ex-cop or something, or whatever. He's supposed to be a well-known, respected, and trusted man. But I guess they say they had to interview over 90 children at a daycare to see if he's been fondling or messing with them. Because they said 3 children. It's already been confirmed that he was molesting children in this daycare, and it's a pretty big daycare. And this isn't the first time this happened, and it's unfortunately it's nothing new. Pretty much you drop your children off at daycare, they're not safe there. Drop your children off at school, they're not safe there either. Like I say, those teachers and those janitors and those other students, they're doing a lot more than teaching your children in those schools, you know. So like I say, there's too many stories. There has stories from the '90s with that. Remember the little 14-year-old boy? I guess he was messing with his teacher, and there was one. I guess I think he had 2 or 3 children by him. So I'm just like, good googly, and y'all just still drop your children off at these schools. You have the churches. Damn sure can't trust your children in church, especially Sunday school. Cause like I said, they had another thing with little boys and girls going to the back with the pastor or with the Sunday school leader and leaving a different person or leaving tampered with. And that's just to say the least. So what else would that be? At the daycare, we got the school, got the church. Your sports teams. Oh, I'm just dropping my son off at basketball practice or football practice. Yo, he's doing more than practicing. And the coach really appreciates your generosity of you dropping them off and leaving. Remember, we'll get back to that. And then you have there's so many of them. I just have to go down the line. What's it? There's another one. It's a program called Big Brother, Big Sister program. So that means some strange adult will pick up your child, the one that you don't want to be bothered with, and they'll take them to have a good time. Maybe go for ice cream, and then they'll leave. They'll come back with a treat or a toy or something. Probably the shut your mouth toy. Oh, that brings up Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts too. They got people going back to the 50s saying, "Oh, my Boy Scout leader did this to me," and you want to wait. You didn't say anything in the 50s, but I guess now they have to backtrack back to the 50s. I'm sure it goes all the way back to the beginning of time, but for some reason they can only go back to the 50s as far as these Boy Scouts who've been tampered with, and now you're about 100 and now you want to come forth. And I'm not saying that it's too late to say something, but by the time you're on your deathbed, it's like, I wish you would have said something 50 years ago before it happened to me, you know. So it's like, I don't know. You drop your children off at these auditions, oh, you're going to be a model or you're going to be in the movies, and you went up just like Shirley Temple too, getting passed around 2-3 years old and getting passed around by grown ass men, you know. And what is the common denominator of all these things that I just mentioned, with you dropping your children off at the institution? The common denominator and the main denominator is that the parent is not around, and you may or may not trust who or where you just dropped your children off at. If that makes sense. So, I'm thinking the moral of the story is pretty much as long as your children are out of your reach and not in your supervision, then I'm thinking at this point it's safe to assume that something's happening that you don't know about. And you probably won't learn about it maybe till 20-30 years down the line when your children have something to tell you. You know, the point of this video is take care of your own children. If you need daycare or if you need the Big Brother, Big Sister program, unless you want your children to have a story, or unless you want to be, I don't know, unless you want to be guilty of participating in their traumas, you may want to watch your own children, because these are people that you may trust, you may know, or may not know, or may not trust, but they have your children, you know. And it's not necessarily to say that, okay, maybe they're being inappropriately touched, but they're also being mistreated too. There was another lady, now I don't know why her dumbass did this, and really she should be getting the shit beat out of her, but she dropped her son off at quote unquote swimming lessons with a pink woman, and he conveniently was returned dead. Oh, he drowned he conveniently drowned at swimming lessons, but yet he's supposed to have floaty devices. He's supposed to be well supervised and supposed to be training to swim. And like I said, then mom, she should be getting the her, she should be dead next. Only because of like it, you don't know better to not. I mean, even dropping your children off at a birthday party is crazy. That's another thing too that happened. Remember the little girl that came up missing? I guess at a birthday party. I don't know if she got dropped off there, but something. Maybe I think she did get dropped off, and of course they weren't getting watched. You get some trifling parents that they have a bunch of children. Oh, free game. And I guess she either wandered off or something, but something happened to where a man got their hands on this little girl, had their way with it, and ended up throwing her in a dumpster. She was found dead in a dumpster. After being taken advantage of. And then there was another similar story to that. What was the other one? The one with the child. Okay, so the child that got dropped off at daycare. Okay, it had to get back to me when it comes back into my mind. But there means so many damn stories, you just don't know where they begin or end. The moral of the story is, watch your own children, keep a close eye on your damn children, and just because you think you know, trust, or live with these people, that don't mean they can't be trusted. Like I say, children come up dead, missing, and violated all the damn time because they know your trifling ass ain't there. They know you're going to drop your children off. They know you're not going to ask no questions, and they just know that you're trifling. These sports coaches, I have the little leagues and the, we got summer camp. They know that your trifling ass will be more than happy to drop those children off. And those are the children who comes up mistreated are the ones who the parents aren't around. If they know that your parents aren't around, for whatever reason, because you're in the system or because you have trifling parents, those are going to be top pick when it comes to the perverts or when it comes to hurting or harming children. If I want to hurt or harm my children, I'm going to have to go to the foster care system or hell, maybe even the daycare. Because it just seems like it's just getting way too easy these days. But there's been too many stories where you go to drop your children off and then they'll come back dead. Oh, that was the other one too. It was the one I was thinking of with, it was a lady who dropped her child off at a daycare, mind you. You drop your child off at a daycare and then they come back dead. Like, how are you dead? And how the hell did you drown? I dropped you off in a building and they pick up this baby body out of a damn river. Man, I don't say, people just, yeah, and this happened in Illinois. The little boy, I guess now mind you, this be during a heat wave. Instead of y'all inside doing arts and crafts, they want to go out by the lake. Why are you bringing children? Mind you, if you already know that you're trifling and all you want to do is look at your phone, why are you outside with children with a lake right there? And the child conveniently fell into the river and drowned. Yeah, and like I said, see, stuff like that. I don't have to worry about that because, like I said, I would never deliver my children into the hands of nobody. I don't give a damn who you are. You won't be watching my child. If I can't watch them, if I need a babysitter, guess what? Well, we're going to be babysitting each other because I'm not dropping them off anywhere. Because the wrath that I would have if I dropped my child off at a building and have to pick them up from the morgue, like literally, there's going to be so much wrath to where the world probably wouldn't even exist anymore. But I just wish you parents would just wake up and smell the roses. Stop being so reckless and stop being so selfish. You'll think, well, I gotta work, or well, I gotta do what I gotta do, and you're being selfish. Because while you're doing what you gotta do, your child is just going through Lord knows what, and it's gonna have a story for you, and that's gonna be hell for you to pay, because you dropped the ball, you failed to protect that child. Too many times, too many damn stories from every institution, from the church on down. People getting their hands on your children. There was another one too with that supposed to be a so-called famous church singer, and you're in the back of a church with somebody's 3 or 4 year old. Dude, man, I'm telling you, all this better. That's why I'm gonna make another video on the 3 most deadliest sins, on what's going to be deadly to me, to where you're gonna automatically get flatlined. You do any of this shit around me, but I'll make another video of it. But protect your freaking children. Protect your damn children, because y'all trifling ass parents out there, and then the ones who think like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna have a children, and then they're gonna go into the system. You need to get put down, because if your child is going to the system, you're basically killing your child. Yeah, and you're killing yourself virtually too, because you're gonna pay for that.